What's up, bro? This is Gabriel Gray, and in this video we are going to break down the first 60 seconds of an interaction. And I'm going to go through the top mistakes that guys are making in their first 60 seconds. So let's break down this footage, and before we get into it, I want you to hit subscribe. So hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you see upcoming videos and you get notified. Let's get into it. So let's crack into it. Basically, what I'm going to do, as I just discussed, in this video, I'm going to delve into the first pretty much 2 minutes of an interaction. Okay, lots of guys struggle with the first 2 minutes of an interaction. What do you say? Why do you say it? How do you say it? Okay, what do you do? What is going on in the first 2 minutes of an interaction? So I want to break this down, give you an idea, give you an infield example so you can understand how to use these techniques. Let's crack into it. So as you can see here, let's first start. So basically here, there's different types of openers. You are going to see me go in with a proactive opener. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, so you are going to see me go in with a proactive opener. Let me click play.
I agree, guys. It looks like you're having a very serious debate about life, and I agree, guys. It looks like you're having a very serious debate about life and general, I don't know, worldly politics. Exactly. I was on the way to George, and I see you guys in a deep conversation of yeah, what are you guys talking about?
Okay, so let me rewind and play it again so I can break this down.
I agree, guys. It looks like you're having a very serious...
So I start with I agree, guys. Okay, so basically this is a way of, it's almost like a pre-opener. Okay, I agree. Okay, it's basically showing that I'm calibrated enough to know that they're speaking about something. It's a little bit cocky, funny. I agree. What am I agreeing with? I often will open with things like, yes, I agree, of course. Okay, it's basically then their attention comes to me, and then I start going on with the opener. So the pre-opener is almost something to get their attention, something to grab their attention. You can say, hey guys, hey, I agree, yes, of course, oh my God. Okay, you can say those things to capture their attention. Because remember, the problem with most openers, the problem with how most guys open is they'll start opening, and then the girl 10 seconds in will say things like, what? Like, what did you say? And then they'll have to repeat themselves. Repeating yourself is a very, very big sign of being low value. Okay, you shouldn't have to repeat yourself for anyone. Okay, obviously it shows that it's so important that you actually have to repeat what you just said. So that's the reason why you want to do a pre-opener, to capture their attention, so that when you start the opener, they're actually listening. They're actually focused on what you're saying. So over here, yes, I agree. I agree, guys. Okay, what am I even agreeing with? Okay, it's just a pre-opener. Now, let's go back.
I agree, guys. It looks like you're having a very serious debate about life and general, I don't know, well.
So here I'm doing a proactive opener. What is a proactive opener? As I said in the underneath here, comment on what you think the set is doing, saying, or thinking of. So all I'm doing here is making a comment based on what I think. Okay, it doesn't even have to be right. What I think the set is actually thinking or saying. Okay, that's what my comment, that's what my opener is. So it's, I agree, guys. It looks like you're having a conversation about world politics and all of that. Comment on what you think they're saying, doing, or thinking. I can see that there's two girls in a serious conversation here. So all I'm doing is making a comment about the actual situation. Okay, this is being proactive about what's going on. You're actually adding to what you think they're doing, saying, or thinking. Let's play this again.
I agree, guys. It looks like you're having a very serious debate about life and general, I don't know, worldly politics. Exactly. I was on the way to George, and I see you guys in a deep conversation of...
I was on the way to George. Okay, so you can see there, George is a little bar. So I was on the way to George. So what am I doing there? So after the proactive open, I'm basically saying, this is where I was going. This is where I am going. It's basically, the mindset here is, look, firstly, it's a false time constraint. It's basically telling them, I'm going. I'm on the way there. I'm just having a quick conversation with you, but I'm on the way there. I'm going. I'm leaving. Okay? False time constraint. Okay? Not, you know what, I'm going to be here for the next 4 hours. Okay? That's what lots of girls, they have these thoughts of, how long is this guy going to stay here for? Is he creepy? Is he weird? Okay, I'm addressing that and I'm creating comfort by saying basically, I'm on the way there. I'm going there. I'm just passing by and having a quick casual conversation with you. Okay, even though it's not a quick casual conversation. Okay, so it goes longer. But that's basically what I'm communicating to them. So the false time constraint, basically, I'm on the way to George. It also basically shows that, look, I'm leaving now, and if you entertain me, maybe I'll stay for a second, but I've got somewhere to go. Okay? So it gives me some power in the interaction. Okay.
Intellect.
Yeah, what are you guys talking about? Like solving equations at all?
Solving the world's
Okay,
problems.
I thought so. Huh?
There we go.
That's why I came to take part. Me and my friend will love it. He's like a...
Okay. So over here, basically, you don't just want to use a proactive opener, walk up to them and say, hey, it looks like you're talking about X, and then just straight away transition. You can do that, but a solid proactive opener, the general rule is continue talking about the proactive opener for at least another 10 seconds. Okay, it's a general guideline to follow. So over here, I said to them, hey, it looks like you're having a serious conversation. It looks like you're into having a debate about world hunger, whatever I said, world problems, and the most intellectual conversation in the world. I talk about it for 10 seconds, and then I change out. Okay, let's play that again.
I agree, guys. It looks like you're having a very serious debate about life and general, I don't know, worldly politics. I was on the way to George, and I see you guys in a deep conversation of...
Intellect.
Yeah, what are you guys talking about? Like solving equations at all?
Solving the world's problems.
Okay, I thought so. Huh?
There we go.
That's why I came to take part. Me and my friend will love it. But he's like the most intellectual person ever.
Okay, so before I transition off the opener, what I wanted to show you, I spoke about, as you can see over here, what I wrote underneath, keep talking about the proactive opener to root the interaction. What do I mean by that? When you keep talking about something, then they understand, okay, I understand why he approached. I understand why he's talking to us. He's talking to us because he thinks we were having a deep, serious conversation. Okay? Now that's giving a reason why I'm there and why I'm talking to them. Now later on, I'm going to have to give reasons why I'm actually still talking to them. Why that has to be through my intent, through the sexual tension, through things like that. But over here, okay, they understand, hold on, I understand why this guy is having a conversation with us. Okay? Simple as that. So what have I done so far? I've used the pre-opener. I've used the so over here in the beginning when I opened, I used the pre-opener. Now look, what I want to emphasize here with the pre-opener, look carefully.
I agree.
I don't open, okay, look over there. I don't open when I'm right at them. Okay, my face isn't touching their face. Okay? I'm creating comfort. I know for a fact that there's two girls in the middle of a street. Okay, even though the bar is close by, you still want to be conscious and aware of the comfort levels. So this is very obvious that I'm walking across the road, but I still want to open them and give them space because there could be any random thoughts happening. Is this guy going to rob us? This is a bit weird. What's this guy going to do? Is he trying to sell us something? I'm giving them some space. I'm opening while I'm walking towards there. And then it actually shows and it communicates, look, I'm walking. But now I'm speaking to them. Oh my God, what they just said or did caught my attention, and that's why I'm not crossing the road as yet. Okay, so you want to always be conscious of this. I open, you can see over here, there's a big gap. Okay, there's a big gap. I'm creating comfort. Okay.
I agree, guys. It looks like you're having a very serious debate.
Now, all I've been doing so far, a pre-opener, I agree, hey guys, whatever you want to do, into a proactive opener. And now we're getting on to the next parts of it. I keep talking about the proactive opener for around 5 seconds. But then you have to transition off the open. You can't just be there talking about your open or what you're doing there, because it's going to stale out. By that, what I mean is, eventually you're not giving yourself topics to talk about. You're not continuing and taking the interaction forward. If you just speak about whatever your opener is, it's going to fade out. Okay, if I keep talking about, oh yes, but you're probably talking about serious stuff and intellectual stuff, you're probably solving equations, even if it's a little bit funny, it's not taking the interaction forward. Eventually it's like, okay, that's funny, but now walk away. Okay, you have to transition off the opener, and let me show you here what techniques I use.
You guys talking about like solving equations at all? I thought so.
There we go.
That's why I came to take part. Me and my friend will love it. He's like the most intellectual person ever. How old are you guys?
21.
That's the transition. Okay, as simple as that. That's the transition. How old are you guys? Simple as that. That's the transition. Okay, now you'll look how I use this to create emotional reactions, but that's the simple transition. How old are you guys?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. I look
So
like
young.
I'm 12.
So young. Okay, how old are you guys? They answer, so young. What am I doing here? I'm disqualifying to break rapport. Okay, let me just play that again so you can see very quickly.
How old are you guys?
21.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. I look
So
like
young.
I'm 12. Oh.
Look at the emotional reaction. Look at that emotional reaction when you disqualify. Okay, so that's disqualification. What is disqualification doing? Okay, firstly, breaks rapport. It gets an emotional reaction. Why? Okay, there's so many reasons. Number one reason, every time you disqualify, basically you're saying like, okay, well, you are not, let's say, so disqualification itself, okay, the reason to disqualify is to show that you're not a potential suitor. It's to show that you are not like every other loser trying to get her. Okay, you are actually willing to say, hold on, you're too young for me. You're too X for me. You're too Y for me. Okay, this won't work. You're willing to say something like that. Someone that's actually chasing the girl, someone that is desperate for the girl, would not be willing to disqualify her, because that means there's a chance that he won't get her. But in actual fact, disqualification actually creates the perception that you're actually a selector. Okay, you're too young for me. No, you're not good enough for me. This isn't good. This isn't right. You can see that it comes from the selector frame. Okay, when you're going to buy a television and you say to the salesman, no, this television isn't loud enough. No, I don't like that make. Okay, you're disqualifying. You are the selector. You are the chooser. You have to show that you're also the chooser in these interactions. Okay, how old are you? Whatever she said, 21. Too young for me. Okay, it also creates this emotional spike, because it gives them an indication. Every person, but especially girls, they want to know what people think about them. Okay, so the moment you say, no, you're too young, now it gives them an indication of how other people are perceiving them, and they like that. That's why lots of these techniques that I'm going to go into now work, because girls want to know, how is everyone else, how is the world perceiving me? Okay, how is the world perceiving me? And this creates an emotional reaction. So let's play that again.
How old are you guys?
21.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. I look
So
like
young.
I'm 12.
I'm going to say more like 22.
I always get told I look like I'm 12.
No, you look...
Okay, so as simple as that. Okay, how old are you guys? They answer, too young. Okay, disqualification. Start adding this. And again, what is this? This is 39 seconds into the interaction. Okay, simple as that. Disqualification, you can even do it 3 seconds in, but this is 39 seconds in. Now, also what I'm doing here is I'm starting to lead the interaction. I'm starting to lead by talking about the conversational threads that I want to talk about. By the way, how old are you? This is what I want to talk about. Okay, you're too young for me. And now, let's go into the next part.
like 20.
Okay, so let me rewind a little bit.
20?
21. I'm old.
2.
I always get told I look like I'm 12.
No, you look like 20.
21. I'm older than that.
You definitely look 22. Like,
First up, it's the new hair.
must be the
Okay, cold read. A simple cold read. I'm cold reading their age. You can cold read anything. You look this age. You look that age. Why does a cold read work? Why is it effective? And you can see the emotional reaction that it's creating. Again, every girl wants to know how other people perceive them. Okay? It's a very good technique, a cold read, because it's basically, firstly, it's going to get an emotional reaction. Okay, anything, you can cold read anything. You can cold read age. You look 21, you look 27. Okay? Is that good? Is that bad? What does that mean? Okay, but you can also cold read profession. You look like an accountant. You look like a engineer. You can cold read origin. You look like you're from Spain and you look like you're from Greece. Okay? You can cold read ethnicity. You look Spanish and you look Mexican. Okay, there's lots of things that you can cold read. Everyone wants to know, what does that mean about me? Is that a good thing that he said? Is that a compliment? Is that an insult? What is it? Okay, that's funny. Okay, and girls will often, especially in a group setting, oh my God, Jenny, did you hear? He actually said that I look 23. It's crazy. Okay, so again, look at this. Let me rewind a little bit here.
20?
21. I always get told I look like I'm 12.
No, you look like 20.
21. I'm older than that.
You definitely look 22. Like,
First up, it's the new hair.
must be the new hair. Yeah.
Okay, so as simple as that, you see the emotional reaction afterwards, but also what's deeper is I'm controlling the interaction. After I opened, I'm controlling what we're talking about. I'm running the conversation. Now they're responding to what I'm saying. In the beginning, they were having their own conversation, of course, but now, after 40 seconds, I'm the leader here. I'm controlling what's happening in this interaction. Okay, let's see next.
It's the new hair.
Must be the new hair. You guys are also very little.
I'm in heels. Yeah, I'm in heels.
Jesus.
Okay, so here, firstly, look at the emotional reactions. Look at the laughter. Okay, that's what you want. Okay, you want emotional reactions because girls and people in general will only react to other people that have value. You are not going to react to someone that doesn't impact your value in any way. Okay, so you can see the more you get the girls to react to it, it shows that they perceive your value in a certain way. Okay? So let's play that again. What did I do after the cold read?
You look 22. Like,
First up, it's the new hair.
must be the new hair. You guys are also very little.
You guys are also very little. This is a very good technique. If you haven't, go look at the way I explain attraction. Okay, I'm going to actually pretty much upload a video on YouTube going forward. I will upload that. But the way attraction works is there's two ways to generate attraction. There's two ways to get attraction. Number one, first way, by generating attraction through status, THVing, things like that. The second way is understanding that the result of attraction, what do girls actually feel when they are attracted? What is the result of attraction? The result of attraction is submission. When girls are attracted to you, they're in a submissive state. Okay? So, if that's the case, why not backwards reverse engineer this and put them in that submissive state first? Because we know that the results of attraction is submission. So if you put them in that submissive state, they will backwards rationalize, and we are reverse engineering the process. If we put them in the state that they're supposed to feel when they're attracted, they will backwards rationalize that they are attracted. Okay, so I'm starting to use terms like, you guys are so little, so cute, so adorable. Oh my God, such little sweet cutie pies. Okay, I'm using words to frame them as submissive, and I'm getting an emotional reaction. Okay, simple as that. Let's play that again.
Me too, like,
First up, it's the new hair.
must be the new hair. You guys are also very little.
I'm in heels. Yeah, I'm in heels.
Jesus.
Okay, so all I wanted to show you there, I just wanted to take a little clip because basically I don't want to, yes, I could have taken this whole interaction, but I want to zone in on the first minute. Just the first minute to show you that I'm making use of all these techniques. So now what I want to do is play it again. Okay, I'm going to leave it running the whole, 55 seconds. I'm going to play the whole thing again. And now that you have this awareness of looking out for the cold reads, looking out for transitioning off the opener, looking out for the pre-opener, looking out for the disqualification, looking out for the framing as submissive, you are looking and you are aware of certain things. Now you can actually pinpoint it. And then you'll start to be able to implement it in your own game. So let's start it again and be aware, be very conscious and look out for all those little techniques. Okay, it's only 55 seconds. Look out. Let's play this from start to finish.
I agree, guys. It looks like you're having a very serious debate about life and general, worldly politics. I was on the way to George and I see you guys in a deep conversation of
Intellect.
Yeah, what are you guys talking about? Like solving equations at all?
Solving the world's problems.
Okay, I thought so.
There we go.
That's why I came to take part. Me and my friend will love it. He's like the most intellectual person ever. How old are you guys?
21.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. I look
So
like
young.
I'm 12.
You're going to say more like 22.
I always get told I look like I'm 12.
No, you look like 20.
21. I'm older than that.
You definitely look 22. Like,
First time, it's the new hair.
that's the new hair. You guys are also very little.
I'm in heels. Yeah, I'm in heels.
Jesus. Would you-
Okay.
I agree.
So there we go. I mean, look, it's 1 minute, and I just wanted to show you the power of I use certain techniques in this 1 minute interaction. It's just 1 minute. There's no reason why you can't do this too. Obviously, there's variations of different techniques, different structures, different things I could have done, but this is an example. Different techniques like the pre-opener, the opener, disqualification, framing them as submissive, cold read, transitioning. Okay, done in 1 minute. There's no reason why you can't do this too. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video because this is an issue that a lot of guys have because they're not zoning in on just that first minute. Okay, they're not zoning in on it. They're looking at interactions of 30 minutes, 40 minutes. They're looking at all these different techniques and philosophies and principles. I just want to really zone in. Okay, let's bring awareness. Let's make sure that you focused on the first minute. Okay, because ultimately, if you don't get that first minute down, okay, if you don't get interest in the beginning, it's going to be harder. You're just putting yourself in an uphill battle. Okay, you're starting off in a way that they're not interested in you, they're not emotionally reacted to you, they're not engaging, they're not reactive to anything you're saying. Okay, it's going to be difficult. But I wanted to show you how I am personally using the techniques that I'm teaching. Okay, as simple as that. So, hope you enjoyed this breakdown. If you did, I'm going to do a lot more breakdowns, a lot more different types of videos, theory, principles, concepts, breakdowns, interviews, everything is coming on the YouTube channel. So, if you enjoyed it, hit subscribe. Okay, that will really help me. Hit the notification bell so you get notified on all my upcoming videos. I'm going to make sure that there's extreme amounts of value, okay, coming on these videos, an extreme amount. So hit subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts on this video, and I will see you in the next video.